Please tell me if I'm in the wrong here, right? Because I went on a date with this girl, and apparently what I did at the end of the date was enough to ruin the entire night for her and have her never talk to me again, right? But it seemed like a overreaction, okay? A few weeks ago, I took this girl out to dinner, right? It was our first date, and I booked a reservation at a really nice place. I just had some success in my work. I had made a little bit of money. I wanted to go to a nice dinner, and I thought I might as well bring this beautiful girl with me, right? So I booked the reservation, and I'm not even thinking about the price of the bill. I don't really care. But I should have, because this girl took full advantage of me. I pick her up, I drive her to the restaurant, I valet my car, I'm feeling good, the conversation is flowing, she's looking amazing, everything is fantastic, right? But when we sat down to order our food, that's when everything changed, right? Because we sit down initially, I get us a bottle of wine, a pretty nice bottle. We're drinking, we're talking, and we're discussing what we're gonna order for dinner, right? And I'm thinking the bolognese, $35 entree, maybe we'll get the arancini as an appetizer. And she's like, I'll probably do the same. The pasta sounds good, right? But she was lying to my fucking face, right? Because 5 minutes later, when the waiter comes up to take our order, I'm blown away at what she decides to get. I put my order in the arancini and the bolognese, right? I'm looking at her, what are you gonna get, right? She looks at the menu, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna do the surf and turf, right? The steak and the lobster. And why don't we do the caviar specialty on the side? It's only an additional $85, right? She orders this, looks at the waiter, she goes, thank you so much. The waiter's trying to take my menu. I go, hold on, I need that for a second. Actually, I look at the menu. She just ordered a $220 entree at this dinner. That was more than the entire bill of I got and the bottle of wine combined.
Let me just ask this real quick before we proceed with this. When you initiate a date with a young lady, should there ever be a cap? Let's say you already picked the restaurant, you probably know the pricing of everything. Is there a cap on what she should be able to order, or is she free to get whatever on the menu? But go on.
But that wasn't even the worst part of the dinner, right? Because I pushed to the back of my mind, I had just made money. I got myself into this by booking us a reservation at this really nice restaurant, okay? But when the food comes and we start eating, okay, and she takes 3 bites of her surf and turf and has a little scoop of caviar and then tells me that she's full and the whole entire dish is sitting in front of her untouched, essentially, I'm a little bit upset. We could have split this at the very least, right? Why did you do curveball at the very last moment and order the most expensive thing on the menu to not even eat it, right? But I'm thinking in the back of my mind, it's all good. If she doesn't finish this, I'm gonna throw this shit in a leftover box and have it for dinner the next night or when I get home. Like, it's not that bad. I still have all this grub. But that's not where her head was at, right? Because I finished my food entirely, right? And the waiter comes up to clear the plates, and he starts to grab her. She's like, oh, you all done? You all done? She's like, yeah, all finished, right? He's grabbing everything. The full surf and turf, the caviar. They're about to go grub this shit in the kitchen after he takes it, right? And so I'm like, oh, hold on. I think we can take this to go. I'll get some leftover boxes. We can just take it to go. I'm like, I don't mind taking it. It's all good. She looks up at me, this girl I'm on a date with, like I just killed somebody. Like I legitimately just murdered someone at the table next to us. She goes, you're gonna take these to go? You wanna eat leftovers? She's like holding back throw up as she says it.
I know for some it probably may be tacky, but if leftovers is a deal breaker, we just may have different values. Because I don't waste food, and I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, you just ordered a $220 entree. I'm gonna take. What do you mean I'm gonna eat leftovers? She's like, I would never eat leftovers. Food is not good the next day. Like, that's insane. If you're gonna take that, I'm gonna take myself home. If I take the leftovers from the $220 entree that you ordered on my bill and you did not touch, you're gonna leave? Please, I don't wanna drive you home. So I get the fucking leftovers. I'm like, all right, good, nice to meet you. Have a good night. I will see you never. And that's exactly what happened. Because she refused to get in my car. I offered to drive her home, nothing. She called the Uber and went home, and that was the last I heard from her. I took her to a nice dinner. She ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. And what didn't get me a second date was because I took the food home for leftovers? What is this fucking world we live in? I'm glad that this happened because I dodged a fucking bullet.
So I'm not even gonna play like I hear what she's saying, but I'm honestly surprised that taking leftovers home from dinner is enough to leave a date. I don't see it as cheap, embarrassing, or inappropriate. I see it as practical. and respectful. Good food was paid for and prepared by the restaurant. So there's nothing wrong with not letting it go to waste. To me, maturity in dating means being able to accept small differences in habits without turning them into ultimatums. You don't have to agree with everything I do, and I don't have to agree with everything you do, but mutual respect matters. If taking food home after a meal is enough to make you walk away, then maybe we're looking at compatibility very differently. Because one thing's for sure, I'm comfortable with my choice, and I'm not going to pretend to be someone else over something this minor. So if that changes how you see the date, that's your decision. But I'd rather be someone who values authenticity and perspective. And from my perspective, I don't like what I'm seeing. Respectfully, of course. No.